Welcome back, everybody. It's good to be back at the end of summer. So, lots going on the planet at the moment. This message is a short one, but that's all it needs. It's just a short message because the message is short and it's clear and it's coming from Spirit. We are about to go into a very heavy 3-month period. And so it's really important that we are staying out of the narrative, staying out of our heads as much as possible, staying out of the too much excess, the media and the hype and what's going on. Try to unplug, should I say, from that frequency, because the subconscious is opening up now on a very different level. So we're going into this. We're finishing the second third of the 3-year Divine Feminine Frequency Awakening. So as I said before, it opened up last year, beginning of last year. So we are literally just over halfway through. And so for those working on themselves, for those going into self-inquiry, when by January it start to open up a little bit, and we should start to feel a bit lighter by around February. Everyone will have different frequencies, but what's happening now is we're all plugged into the collective energy. So this is the collective energy, okay? So people working on themselves will be able to come out of that heaviness by sort of February. If you're not working on yourself, then that's a different story. But anyone sort of listening to videos are plugged into working on themselves anyway. So it's really redundant comment. But the point is that November is going to be very heavy as well. Okay, so just be in the present moment. And this message really explains that. And I'm going to read it off. It's a channel message. It was channeled yesterday, so it's very fresh. And it's so important that you just find the space within your present moment. Okay, so really filling your diary with lots of appointments and connections is really going to be something that will probably go against the grain. And you'll probably end up feeling on the day of the appointment or connection you want to cancel. So just be very aware, and also what's going on in your own emotional body, because there's so much stuff coming out. You've got grief, you've got anger, you've got denial. The human denial is coming to the surface. And even people that I've been working with are you can see when you speak to them, they're a little bit all pulling back a bit, because it's taking us into the depth of our shadow self. This is all about the shadow self now. This chaos period that we're seeing on a macro level around the planet is the outward shadow energy trying to resolve itself, okay? Inwardly, on a more micro level, us as individuals, we are expressing all our denied, repressed trauma from parallel lifetimes. If you want to call them past, they're not really, they're parallel, they're happening now. Obviously, the person that's listening to this has had other lifetimes, yes, obviously. And when you pass over from a lifetime, whatever's unresolved, you pick up straight on the next incarnation. It's continual. You can't escape anything. You are constantly in that flow. And I've talked to people all the time, a lot of people now are finding that everything's coming to the surface, in abundance, okay? So if the soul, there's a lot of people that will spend lifetimes just trying to work out one issue. And you've got to be very, very careful now of the magnetics that you're being drawn to, okay? So when something negative is happening, or you perceive as being negative, you need to put your hand up and say, okay, why is that happening? Because it's the inquisitiveness that's going to break the unilateral energy. And it's going to bring you into alignment with what your soul is trying to tell you. So, you're constantly feeling abandoned. That could be augmented over the next 3 months. So instead of going into victimhood, oh, that person's abandoned me, the judgment, the criticism, or the poor me energy, instead go, okay, fine, I've got an abandonment issue. The universe, the earth, that person's mirroring it back for me. Thank you. So you're grateful because they're mirroring it back to you. So when you feel the abandonment, that's the time to acknowledge the feeling without judgment and just breathe into it. There's many techniques, but just breathe into it and thank it there. And just take a few minutes just to keep breathing through it, because if you're conscious over these next 3 months of what's happening within you and what you're feeling in the present moment, that's all you need to do. it's too intricate. There's too much going on in the subconscious at the soul level. The soul is a collection of multidimensional feelings and expressions. It is wired into the multiverse. So it's constantly communicating with its physical selves. And this energy is really coming up to the surface. Now the soul is also tired. It's been pioneering for a long time. And the energy on the planet now and the amount of cycles we've been going through, we are sort of, in some ways, very stuck in the old ways of doing things. And so the soul is getting tired. It's exhausting itself because you've got all of these extensions and all of these different timelines stuck in this very hardwired human paradigm of conditioning, and we are literally in this present timeline. We're just coming out of that cycle. We're going into the more feminine cycle where feminine and masculine are going to start to balance themselves again. And so that's why we've been given this opportunity to go into self-inquiry and to heal almost 10 times faster than you would do it outside of this window, because the earth is supporting the energy, and we are guests on this planet, so we have to move with the planet's consciousness. Okay, so all of this, global warming, all of this earthquakes, tsunamis, everything that's going on, lava explosions from the volcanoes. This is the Earth's emotional body. A lot of people know this already. So that's going to be augmented in the next 3 months or so. A lot of it will happen under the water, but you will see a lot of things shifting within the Earth's consciousness. And it's good because if you're psychic and intuitive, you can tune in to that volcano, that tsunami, and it will mirror something in you. It will show you what you haven't worked on in yourself. Because the earth is going to mirror everything for us on a micro, macro level. She is also going through her own transformation, hence the eruptions, and that's okay. This is natural. We've done this so many times. There's a great documentary out, I'll try and find it again, where it basically debunks the whole, what's it called? The climate change. So completely irrelevant. Basically, all the scientists have said there's so much money and so much career energy being put into this narrative that to tell the truth now, it would collapse a lot of institutions and people's careers and money as well, which is really sad. But basically, they've shown, and they've got all of the graphs, they've got all the statistics, and basically saying, we are exiting a mini ice age. So that's why everything's melting. It's completely normal. And also when we go for a dimensional shift, the planet changes anyway. Of course, it's going to affect the weather. So, within this chaos, there's a rebirth, and it's beautiful, and you've got to tune into it. And to really feel that, you have to clear the emotional body. So I'm going to read off this message now, and then we'll go from there. And I'm going to just talk a little bit at the end about some upcoming events as well. So I've just called it Chaos of the Emotional Body. The solitude intended for this year, in truth, is a period of awakening for those seeking self-discovery. The next 3 months will challenge you in ways you cannot yet fathom. It's vital to tune into yourself and avoid getting drawn into drama, whether on a small or large scale. Set your intentions with clarity, aiming to release all that cannot be sensed or understood, or even unconscious to you through your subconscious mind. Dwelling on the past will only hinder you during this time. Letting go of attachments that no longer serve your highest purpose. In fact, clinging on will resist the shift your soul is striving to embrace. The phrase, less is more, holds more significance now than ever. Adopt this mindset and carry it with you into the new year. Unity, solidarity, and total surrender to how you feel in each moment will guide you through these next 16 hours or so when you wake up in the morning. So this is really about the present moment. So when you wake up in the morning, just sit with how you feel. Don't think an hour ahead. Yes, you've got to go to work, you've got the diary, but have that sort of peripheral. But just wake up and say, I'm alive today for me, regardless of work and your children and your partners and expectations of friends and all the rest of it. You're still going to do that, that's fine. But the point is that you need to wake up and how you feel in that moment. Each morning you need to embrace that feeling. So if you wake up sad, fine, you need to sit with that sadness for 5-10 minutes before you get on your day. Don't push it away. Deal with what you are feeling in the moment. Because if you tune into this with the right intention, your soul is going to bring everything to you and you're going to shift so much faster. So use this time. It's a great gift. I can't express that enough. So as I was saying, so unity, solidarity, totally surrendering to how you feel each moment will guide you through the next 16 hours or so. So obviously sleep for 8 hours, 16 hours a day, every hour. Just check in with yourself, be conscious, and just, have that inner conversation. Okay. So if you feel sadness, that's good. It's rising to be released. If anger surfaces, that's also good. It's seeking your attention. So again, just close your eyes, breathe into it, thank it for being there, okay? Pay attention to the signals from your body. They are showing you exactly what is being released. Your mind may feel despair, and if so, allow yourself the space to breathe and rest through it. The conditioned mind struggles to comprehend these vast shifts, and the transformation may feel unfamiliar. Avoid putting pressure on yourself to perform, to be a certain way or do certain things. This will only intensify your frustration. Be as you are in the moment. Your body is releasing a wide array of emotions, attachments, and many multidimensional issues. Your skin and lungs may be particularly affected, and exhaustion could reach its peak. This year is all about turning inward. So follow the natural cycles. Don't push yourself to achieve. Instead, open yourself to receiving from your deeper non-physical intelligence. Despair and anxiety are two emotions you must observe with care. Acknowledge them with compassion. Don't suppress them. If they arise, breathe into them and offer thanks for their presence. They will shift and transform naturally if you do not judge or suppress them. Human beings often struggle when they are misinformed. We are here to help awaken a new paradigm of consciousness. It already exists within you. You just need to attune yourself to the frequency of your higher non-physical state. During October, vulnerability may intensify, and you could feel unsafe or fearful, either emotionally or in your surroundings. Again, acknowledge these feelings without judgment. Breathe into them with love. Your desires will be fulfilled by your soul, but you must take the time to surrender to the present moment. This is crucial. So by the end of January, the energy will ease for those who are engaged in self-inquiry. Through the work will continue, the heaviness of this transformational period will start to lift. So obviously we're still going to go through, what we're going through, and depending on what level of work you've attained within yourself. So yeah, it's really just the main thing is just be in the present moment, be with what you're feeling, and that is okay. All right, don't go into judgment of those feelings. Just observe them, acknowledge them, and thank them, because you cannot escape this. This is happening. There's nothing that's going to stop it. It's a torrent of frequency, and it's moving. So really, it's so important just to come into that space. All right. So I will be doing some more videos. I'm just back from holiday now, so I'm back in the office and getting things done. So that's great. And I will be doing some channeling on nature. I feel is the next channel coming through, I believe. So look out for that in the next week or two. Good. So with the alignment modality, my teaching platform, there is a new module 1 running in November. However, I might have family staying with me now, so I may have to move those dates. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to record a webinar to explain the alignment modality. And then if you just watch that, all the links are there. If you want to connect with me, you can email me. And it just basically takes you through the structure of it. But if you've got any questions, please, just email. I've also got 2 online e-learning courses available too. So I'm going to be posting the promotional videos for those and a little bit of information. So that's the stuff you can do in your own time. It's very affordable. It derives from the alignment modality, which is the the teaching platform from Spirit. I'm the medium for that teaching platform. It's a 4-part modality. It's actually 5 parts. The 5th part is more sort of teacher, advanced practitioner. But the first 4 modules are really about self-inquiries, developing you as a psychic intuitive being, but also removing all the human conditioning, all the shadow energy. We work all through the brain, the chakras, the meridians. You get to meet spirit, the non-physical, if you wish. And it's an holistic approach at the human awakening paradigm that we are now moving into. And so these e-learning courses come from that as well, derive from that. There's one on the planets as well, so actually working with the frequency of the planets, which is very, very interesting. And that was great to channel that through. This is all new information that's come through in the last few months. So we've finally got it down on paper now and organised. These are also uploaded up onto Udemy as well. They will be on Teachable in the next couple of weeks as well. However, you can connect straight to my website, and if you want to purchase them, get them from there. And if you've any questions with those online courses as well, just reach out on email. Good stuff, guys. So keep an eye out for those. I'll be posting them as well. And yeah, that's it. So have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you.